In this video, I'm going to look at another one of our demo programs, a program that's going to embed some YouTube videos on a web page. So it's here in Canvas, YouTube demo _ F22, but it's also, I've also put it on my public website. So at this URL, so I'm going to, and it's just a lone file. So the videos that we're going to see are coming down from YouTube. So it's just a simple HTML file. I'm going to close the Explorer to make a little more room. Okay, so this is just where I started, they gave me a demo of how to embed a YouTube video, and then I turned it into some code, and here's the URL for my demo, this demo I'm showing you right now. Okay. Let me make Explorer a little bit too big. Okay. And here is the program. And so the first one is just HTML. I'm just repeating their demo of here is the code to put a video embedded onto a web page. Now I'm starting off with an empty, what we'll see is an iframe, and then I will set its SRC property, sort of like an image. You can set the source, but this sets the video. And it's what we call embedding the video onto your web page, and not all YouTube videos are embeddable. So you've got to choose. Like if you choose a popular music video that somebody's trying to make money off of, they're not going to allow you to embed it. Here I'm allowing the user, here I specified the code. It had to be a certain code. Here I'm allowing the user to put in a code. And if you look at YouTube, it opens ahead of time. If you look at YouTube and look at a video on YouTube, Cruise, they have these codes. So that's what I'm referring to as a YouTube code. Now, you don't use the same URL as watching it on YouTube, because that says watch $V equals, but we're still going to use this code. That code specifies the video. Skip the trial. Let's turn off that. Okay. So I'm going to use that code. I'm not going to use that code because that code may not be embeddable. This code I know is embeddable. So I'm going to copy. So I give a place for the user to enter a code, and then that gets loaded. And then I can load not only the code, but there are ways I can say where to start. Start 30 seconds in and end at 60 seconds. So if there's just a part of the video you wanted to show, you could code that as well. So you see here that it's starting at 30. So that's from this. And you don't see the 60 here, but if I played it, it would stop after at 60 seconds. So it would play from 30 to 60 and then stop. So that's what I want to show you. Okay. So I have my usual, here's the title, which is the tab. Here is some styling, the body, just a background color, the writing color, some space, and the iframe, I gave a little space above and below. And all these big squares with the embedded videos, those are iframes. Okay, so I'm going to collapse the head. Here's the body. Here's my header. Here is the part that's just purely HTML. So there's the iframe. It has an open and a close tag. One of the biggest and hardest mistakes to find on a web page is if you forget to close an iframe. We gave the iframe a width and a height, and then here is the SRC. And it's not quite the same URL as when you are on YouTube. So it's youtube.com, that is, and then it says the word embed, and then it says the code. So it's not the same URL as when you're watching a video. the actual little code to identify the clip is the same. Okay, so that's just HTML. No JavaScript there. Here's a second iframe. This case, the source is empty. And then I put a button below it, and I'm calling a function called set src. And then I have, and then I just repeat that 3 times. So the first time I'm calling just set src, then I have another iframe and another button. And I also had a text input in this case. So I'm going to get a code from the text input and allow them to choose a video that way. And finally, the one where they also had 2 times. Okay. So here's the code for the first one. I'm setting so I gave my iframe an ID of if video, and I'm going to change its src property, and I'm changing it to this URL with the word embed in it, and the video code with slashes. And that was, there was only one video you could get in this first example. In the second function, I'm allowing the user to change the code. Of course, they have to know these video codes, but here I am getting from the text input the value that the user entered, presumably the video code for a YouTube video. And I'm getting that value, and then I'm using that value. So I have document get element by ID, if video 2, the source of the second iframe. And I'm using that URL, https://www.youtube.com/embed/ and then that code. And that slash there is probably the easiest part to forget. It's easy to forget that you need a different video URL than the website, than YouTube itself. That you need this embed and no V, no V and question mark and equal. But it's also easy to forget this slash, so don't forget the slash. And then the third one is the one that also included the times. So this time I'm getting 3 things off of my page. I'm getting the code for a URL. I'm sorry, a code for a video. I'm getting that I'm going to use in a URL to embed the video. And then I have a start and end time. And so I've got some fancier concatenating to do. So I'm setting the src of the third iframe video, actually the fourth one. I had if video, if video 2, if video 3. Here is the URL to start off with, up to embed, plus the user code. And then I can say where I want it to start by saying question mark start equals, and then supplying that number, start at 30. And I can also include an end. If I don't have an end, that's all right. And then the end user end, that second number, and then I can also have an autoplay property. Okay, that is what I wanted to show you, how to have embedded videos in iframes, just in pure HTML, and then also in JavaScript using the code and some concatenating. You're setting the source of an iframe. That's what I wanted to show you. Thanks for your attention.